In this video I'm going to show you how you can play the Erhu in Garageband for iPad. So the Erhu is a traditional Chinese instrument with two strings tuned a fifth apart. The bow passes between the strings, producing a continuous voice-like sound, and the playing styles of this instrument include glissando, grace notes, trills, vibrato, and the characteristic horse effect. I'll explain more in this video. So to open the Erhu, go to the World Instruments section of the sound browser. It's nestled nicely between the guitar and the drummer, and it's the second instrument along. It's a very fascinating instrument. You'll find that the bow is actually intertwined between the two strings. It's not a bow that you bring to the strings. We've got the notes view here, lots of unusual symbols, we'll cover those, but we're going to go to the chords section first, just because that's the most immediate and the most accessible. We're going to be playing glissando, so to do this, we're going to swipe a chord up and down, then we're going to tap individual notes. So we can do glissando. Like that, very, very nicely. Just slowly dragging up and down can give it that really nice sound. And then tapping individual notes. On a real Erhu, it would be quite difficult to get that distinction between different notes as separate as that. So I think the glissando is a really nice feature. Similarly then to the before, autoplay. Let's have a look at this. This is the vibrato slider at the bottom here, and you can see it's fairly linear, and then the more you get to the right, the more vibrato that there is. So we could just tap different speeds of vibrato. So let's have a slight vibrato, and let's have a listen. And you can hear as I slid the vibrato to the right, it was much more vibrating in the sound. So that's really quite cool. Changing the autoplay and try a different one. So you have 4 different variations there, and I've used the maximum amount of vibrato on that as well. It's fairly straightforward with this one, but you'll get more functionality if you use the notes feature. So down here you've got the grace note symbol. So if you want to add a grace note, you just tap this and you play, and it will add that in. Playing a trill, we'll add in the trill, the horse effect. I'll show you what that sounds like in a minute. And then of course, what you've already seen, the vibrato. So let's start with adding in a grace note. I'm going to touch and hold a note and then the grace note, and you'll hear how it sounds. The trill. And then have a listen to the horse effect as it's known. So it's that very quick, almost like a horse neighing sound. It's a really unusual feature, but it's a really stylistic feature, and one that you would want to definitely have a play on as well. You cannot change much regarding the Erhu, but it is a really lovely instrument, and there isn't any sort of facility in the actual instrument to change the sound parameters. You can also select the scale. Like before, you can add in maybe a minor pentatonic this time, and let's see how that sounds. Yes, so you can get some really interesting effects on there and have a lot of fun playing it. It's really useful because for your students it will reinforce this idea of what some of these symbols mean and introduce them to a whole new way of playing stringed instruments as well. So you could even apply what the horse sound would sound like on even a guitar or even on a cello or something. So you could use that stylistic feature on different instruments and have a bit of a fun time doing that as well. So that is the Erhu for iPad. If there's any words that you're unsure of, I've got a glossary for you in the pack. Next, we're going to be looking at playing the Garageband in Garageband for iPad. But for now, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.